And even if they did threaten you and that didn't work, then they'll start to explain it to you. George, Menico, I love you guys. You're fantastic. You're awesome. But you don't understand how things work down here. You don't understand the political reality. Okay? All right? You with me? We need to wait until we get a majority. We need to wait till we get a bigger majority. We need to wait until we get a bigger majority in the other house. We need to wait till we get a bigger majority and the governorship. We need to wait because we just got the big majority in the governorship. We don't want to mess that up. Look, we've got to appear reasonable. Got to keep it under the radar, Danielle. Got to keep it quiet. We don't look like radicals, do we? We're not like those dirty communists. We want to be respectable. We want to do things the right way. Look, we'll fix it next time. This is the best we can do, Bethany, come on. You're so unreasonable. We need to get blank to support it first. Oh, you've heard that one? We're not making these up. Some of you are going to be like, oh, wait, they taught me that in the class. Like, yeah, no doubt. We don't want to burn the house down. Well, Greg and I probably do want to turn the house down, but it's better to get half a loaf than nothing at all. Here's one big warning sign comes with this one. It's inevitable. There's nothing we can do. Do you know how many bills I've beaten that I was told it was inevitable, there's nothing to do? And that was by my friends. I'm like, oh yeah? Let's test the theory, shall we? It's amazing how many inevitable things actually didn't happen. My two favorites. I can never quite decide which is my favorite. First one, always said with a bit of a whine, but we'll lose. Yeah, probably. Rome wasn't built in a day. Socialism was not erected in America overnight, and it won't be undone overnight, but it will never be undone if you don't vote on it. And then my other favorite. If we did what you want, we'd get something worse. This makes my head hurt. Please understand what you were just told. The left has the votes to take away more of your liberty, more of your property, more of your freedom. But as long as you're nice and behave, they're going to let you keep it. But if you get out of line, they're going to take it. Friends, if the left has the votes to take your liberty and your property, guess what they're doing? They're taking it. The reason they are not taking it, they don't have the votes. Okay, so what should you do when it's explained to you? Again?
Double down.
One more time.
Double down.
Thank you. That was for the folks at home. All right, so they've threatened you. They've explained it to you. They've had others threaten you. Had others explain it to you. And rockheads that you are, you're just not getting it. You keep making it worse. Are they done? Are they ready to give you what they want? What you want? No. They want to buy you off, preferably cheap. Host an event. I'll come to your home, your club, your headquarters, and we'll talk to your people together. Chief of Staff of the Governor's coming to my house. State Senator's going to be at our club. We'll have record turnout. Oof, I'm important. Join my advisory committee. Be on my Citizens Advisory Board on liberty. Then you can help me craft acceptable gun right legislation. Wow, you're in a leadership role now, baby. Look, we can't give you what you want, but there's this other thing. You know, we can't really vote to stop the killing of unborn babies, but here's something I think we can get done. Pro-life license plates. No, seriously, that's exactly what they gave us in Virginia. They wouldn't stop even any abortions, but we got pro-life license plates. Hey, work on my campaign, work on my staff. I can get your cousin a job, get your whole family a job. Here's what's happening. If you give in at any part of this process, instead of being the grassroots representative to the politician, telling him or her what he or she must do, you become the politician's representative to the grassroots, telling them what they must settle for. I'm going to repeat that. Instead of being the grassroots representative to the politician or the political class, you become the politicians or the political class's representative to the grassroots, telling them what they must settle for. You trade a little piece of power for access. In Proverbs 23, 1 through 3 puts it this way. When you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are a man given to appetite. Do not desire the ruler's delicacies, for they are deceptive food, or deceptive meat for those of you that are old King James. Now, who wrote, by most accounts, most of Proverbs? Solomon. What business was Solomon in? The king business, yes. So when he sits there and tells you, when a king invites you to dine with him, be really careful, do you think he might know what he's talking about? And notice the rather descriptive language, put a knife to your throat. It's like, don't just not overeat. Go ahead and cut your head off rather than get taken in. Now, I was teaching this class quite a few years ago in Colorado, and there was a retired lieutenant general, Army lieutenant general, in the audience. I didn't know that at the time. Rather distinguished-looking gentleman, rather tall. And he came aside, he said, that's great use of the scripture right there. But I've always thought that the division of Proverbs is out of place there, because the divisions and the numbering of scripture are not in the original writing. They were added by other people for convenience so we can find things. It's very handy. He said, I believe that the first part of what is Proverbs 23, 1 through 3, is the last verse in Proverbs 22, which is 29. Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. And I think the general's right. Because what's that telling you? You only get invited to be bought off, to be turned around, to be co-opted, if you're good at what you do. You sit there on a blog and you yell and scream with your, all caps, bless your heart. You're not a threat. You're not going to take down their system. You're not going to break anything. You're not going to hurt anybody. You're not going to be feared, and they're not going to try to buy you off. But you get good at this stuff, they will threaten you. And they will explain it to you, and they very likely will try to buy you off. My friends, be good at what you do and have the guts to